Hello, happy November. I cannot believe it is the second to last month of the year. These are always weird because sometimes it feels like the months have flown by and sometimes it feels like I just cannot believe that this happened. I guess it's the same thing. Sometimes it feels slow, sometimes it feels long. This month, October, has felt pretty slow. Like when I look back and think about like the beginning of October, it feels like a million years ago. But it hasn't been bad. It's just been like, wow, a lot has happened. But wow, I cannot believe it's like November when you're seeing this. And I'm filming this pretty in real time. I'm filming it Monday. Wednesday is the first day of November, so pretty close. Anyway, that's not why you're here. We are gonna chat though about how October went. We're gonna talk about some other things. I did make a list. I need to reorganize my list because it's not very straightforward, because I was like, oh, we should talk about that. Oh, we should talk about that. Talk about habits, things that are killing your business, talking about schedules, talking about all sorts of fun things. But first, let's make some coffee. I didn't like pull any Thanksgiving things out, so I'll find like a fall something. Y'all, we order groceries from Kroger, and sometimes when they don't have what you're after, they give you really interesting things. For example, I have 1, 2, 3 bags of candy with 100 pieces. I only ordered 1. Holy cow. And then, well, that's not true. I ordered 1 of those and I ordered 1 of these because I was worried they were going to be out of 1 of them. And I was like, oh, that'll be plenty. This is so much candy. It's great. I'm gonna take it to school. I'm gonna use it to bribe my choir. It's gonna be a great time. So let's do some coffee. Let's see, did I even read any books? What was October? No idea. I'm gonna get myself straightened out and then we'll chat. So you go find something fun to drink and meet me back here. Y'all, I can actually see the floor in my office for like the first time in months. It's not totally clean. Like those are things going to Goodwill. Those are things that need to find a home. That's a return I need to send back. This is going to school. So it's not great, it's not perfect. Also, all of the pillows were on that when I left. So Tali must have decided that she was gonna help herself. But it is a lot cleaner. I did get a new printer at the beginning of the school year. So just FYI, if you're looking for a good printer, I am obsessed with this one. It is the HP OfficeJet Pro 9015E. I love it. It holds a ton of paper. It prints super quickly. It does print both-sided if you want that. It's lovely. It's great. I haven't had a single problem with it. It's been wonderful. I will link it down below if you're in the market for a printer. It's a great one. This guy is also new. Well, new to me. It was husband's, but he just didn't use it very much. So he was like, well, do you want to see if you're going to use it? And I was like, heck yes. So I probably won't use it a ton either, but hopefully it's a much bigger screen. So like that would be great for product creation or book writing or other projects that I have in the works. So especially like in the summer and stuff like that, I think it'll be really good. I probably definitely won't use it all the time because, you know, with the snuggle couch, it's a very important part of Tali's day. So feeling pretty good about this looking like semi decent, not all the way decent, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So maybe I'll actually be able to use my office for more than just filming. I usually just clean off either like this or like this, and then I just don't show you anything else. So here you go. Also, check out my Christmas cacti. We are in full bloom. Like, look at those flowers. It is bonkers bananas. There's like buds all over that one. And then you can see my roses outside. And the marigolds, like all of the flowers are going bonkers here in Georgia. Okay, let me get set up. And I went with iced coffee because y'all, it is toasty today. Even like I have my cute orange sweater on and I had my cute Halloween leggings I took off when I got home because I was like, I need to wear my cute Halloween leggings. It's almost Halloween, but it was so hot. Like we really did not need the fleece lined leggings. Here's Nyla. She's gotten some new new to her toys that were in the garage. Okay, new battery. And let's do this. Shall we sit here? Sit here. Let's sit here. Hope I didn't just show you my address. No, I think it's fine. I'm I'm about 80% sure that I wore this exact same outfit last year, and probably that I did the exact same thing, which is that I came home and changed out of my Halloween headband and earrings and into more fall appropriate. I also just put like a pumpkin candle over here, an actual candle, because apparently I haven't filmed it here for so long that I forgot that you can't see any of those things when the camera's rolling. But you know what, it's all good, it's all good. So here we are. October is over by the time you watch this, almost over by the time I watched it, filmed it. And October was an interesting month. A lot happened in October. Like I said, I just feel like the beginning of October was a really long time ago. We went from beginning of October, I was like finishing up singing for the Jewish High Holy Days, and we went from like that to all the way to like winter showcase prep, getting all of these things ready, singing Christmas songs all day long, because that's the life of a music teacher. I saw a meme the other day that was like, I was like waiting for it to be socially acceptable to listen to Christmas music. I was like, well, if you join the choir, you can start singing Christmas music in like August. So, you know, we are at that, and someone said that should be your new selling point. It's like, okay. But it's just like, wow, I feel like a lot has happened. We went to Disney World, which was amazing. We had such a good time. We went to Epcot, had the Food and Wine Festival. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is definitely the bougiest place we've ever stayed. And y'all, I paid extra for the Savannah View, and I, for like weeks, was like, I hope that there are giraffes outside my window. And Andrew would be like, what do you want to do when we're at Disney? And I'm like, I want to sit outside and drink coffee and look at the giraffes outside my window. Like, that's what I want to do. And I didn't really believe that there were actually going to be giraffes outside my window, but there were. Like, we got there, and the first thing I did was go out onto the balcony, and there were giraffes like just chilling outside eating food, and I like lost my mind. I don't think I have ever been that excited. Like, oh, it was just like, it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, we're gonna stay here all the time. Now, I will say the drawback to Animal Kingdom is it is far away from everything. So like the bus rides took a long time. We're used to staying at Fort Wilderness, which is like right in the thick of things. It's a boat ride to Magic Kingdom, not far by bus to Disney Springs, any of that kind of stuff. And then Port Orleans is our other like go-to, and it's a boat ride to Disney Springs. It's a quick drive to Magic Kingdom. It's not far. So wow, I was not expecting how far away Animal Kingdom. Like, if you look at the map, it's literally like on the edge of Disney's property, which I thought was kind of odd because they have like all the animals on there. So I feel like I wouldn't want that close to like non-Disney property, you know, but you know, whatever, I didn't make it. But it was so cool. I loved the vibes of the hotel. It was great. We had so much fun at Epcot, got a massage at the Grand Floridian. Like, we just had a great time. Went on a fireworks cruise. It was the coolest thing in my life. That was really fun. That was my birthday trip, and it was really fun and exciting, and really had a great time. So that was fun. Lots of stuff going on. This month I kind of tried to instill more healthy habits, because I know that October tends to be a difficult month, especially for teachers, but just in general, like, it's just busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's just a lot. And in the past, there has been, and like teaching wise, the kids get crazy. And in the past, there's been years where October's been like miserable. And so I really want to make sure that didn't happen this year. And so in October, I did a lot better with like instilling more healthy habits. So one thing I did is, when I get home, I'm shooting for 3 to 4 days a week. When I get home, either doing yoga or taking the dogs on a walk before anything else. I would love to do like 2 and 2. I mean, I would love to do 3 walks and 2 yoga sessions, but that's not going to happen. Because, you know, in life, there's like the ideal thing to do, and then there's the realistic thing to do. And so this is always my thing, is, you know, I want to do all these things, but it's just not realistic. So that's kind of been my hang up. And I did a really good job with this, not every single week, but most of the weeks. And I'm kind of in the phase of like, you know what, if I only do 1 a week, like, that's still 1 more than I would have done. And so like that I still find as a win. But really just trying to like iron out kind of my routines and have those healthy routines, like those things, like playing piano. I've been doing a pretty good job about practicing piano, which is good. I'm trying to really get like back into music. If any of you are music teachers, you might feel me. It's just like you start teaching music and it's like first of all your time goes away, and just you're broke, and so you can't like go to concerts. And so we're getting to that point where like I know how to teach now, and so like I have kind of that part set. My new school is a lot less stressful than my old school, and then, you know, we do have some discretionary money, so we've been trying to like go see shows. So we went and saw Clue, which was not a musical, it was just a play. It would have been cooler as a musical, but it was funny. And actually last night we went to a candlelight string quartet concert. It was like Halloween themed. It was really cute. And so that was really great. And I've been trying to like practice piano. And so again, with piano, I'm like, I shoot for 2 to 3 days a week. And if I can get more, that's awesome. And if not, it is what it is. And so I'm just trying to like kind of approach my routines in that way, especially in the afternoon, because, you know, the afternoons are just weird because you get things like today I needed to come home and film, and I have to do that before the light goes, so I couldn't take the dogs on a walk. And you know, you have other days where you have choir and all, just things happen. And so I've been trying to like take a more relaxed view of my habits in the afternoon especially, and just kind of like do things there. In that, I've also been working in the evening after dinner instead of right after work. And I like that separation a little bit better actually, because it just kind of like is a little more chill. I don't have to stress as much. It gives me a little more time for things like practicing piano, vacuuming the floor, like those kind of things that I wouldn't necessarily do after dinner. And that's just been working for me right now. So there we are. That was a really long story. Other good habits, reading, all about the reading. So in October I did read some stuff. I'm in the middle of like 3 books. That's why I was like, have I even read anything? So I finished these, I don't know, like before Disney. Again, this month was like 36 years. But I read The Other Einstein. This one was really interesting. I'm really curious as to how much of this was accurate, because historical fiction, you just never know. It's about Einstein's first wife. Did he have 2? I didn't even know he was married in the first place. I would have guessed he would have been like a loner, but apparently he was married. And so this was a really interesting book about his wife. Again, I don't know how much was true. Way better than Personal Librarian, just saying. I told you last month I read that one and I was like, this is not great, but I really liked this one. It was good. Could not put it down. Read it super quickly. Also in nonfiction land, I read, it's actually a short story, A Night at the Tropicana by Chanel Clayton, who's like my all-time favorite at the moment. I was so excited to see that she had something, and then it was a short story, so I don't know if that really counts as a book. We could call it a half. There we are. Nonfiction land, I read The Para Method. This is by Tiago Forte, and it's all about like a system for organizing your life essentially, but it goes along with his other book, Building a Second Brain, which I would highly, highly, highly recommend. And this one was just more into detail about the Para Method, which is his method for like sorting and organizing digital files in particular. That's a little bit different than I would normally approach it, but I have found very helpful recently. So maybe we'll make a video about that and talk about that one. And then I also read a book called Wealth Can't Wait. It was on Kindle, and so was The Night at the Tropicana. And it had a lot of really interesting and useful thoughts. It felt kind of like a lot of blog posts, like they were all really short chapters, and like I highlighted a lot of stuff in there, and it was really interesting, but it wasn't, I felt like they could have expanded more. It was more like an overview rather than like a deep dive, and I'm kind of in that phase of like, I need like deep, detailed stuff. Basically is kind of like my stage of life right now, is like I need deep and detailed. I don't want like a short overview, especially about things that like I have read a lot of books about, like wealth building, money, that kind of stuff. I read a lot of that kind of stuff. I read a lot of business books. I read a lot of productivity books. And so all those things, I'm like, I would rather have something a little more deep. But if you maybe aren't in that phase of life, that would be a good one. I mean, I got it for free on Kindle, so it wasn't a waste of my time or my money. Nyla just came in to show me her pumpkin. Hello. Please don't get your tail in my candle. That would be very, very bad. It would mess with my going to choir tonight. And it would really, really hurt for you. Okay, so all the things I want to talk about. Almost. Oh, and then I also started in October. We're like 10 minutes in. Good gracious, Becca. I also started in October a new app called Day One. And this isn't like an online journaling app. You can use it on your phone, but you can also use it like on a device. And so I thought that was cool. But it's basically, oh, I didn't want to do that. It's an online journaling app. There is a free, like, oops. You can use it for free. There is an upgrade. I did do the upgrade because you can get like different journals, and so you can like sort things differently from that. But it is basically, it's like a, let me see if I can show you without showing you my deep things. So when you open it, there's like all entries, and then you can sort by journals. I have 2 different journals. And then you can upload photos, and one thing that's really cool is there's like a map feature, so you can like see different entries from different maps. And then there's also a calendar, which I think is cool, so you can see like the days that I have put something in there. So I've been using this for, first of all, I'm reading a book called Storyworthy. I'll link it below. I haven't finished it yet, so that's why it's not included on my October reads, but it is all about like telling better stories, which is something that I would like to get better at, so that I can become a better writer, and I can, you know, be better at content. And would you please stop moving the thing? And so one thing that he talks about in there is this thing called Homework for Life, which basically every day you're supposed to write down one story-worthy moment, that might be mine, hi, of the day. And it doesn't have to be super exciting, but just like the most story-worthy thing. And so that's why I started it, was so that I could kind of keep track of that every day. And if I didn't have, you know, my journal with me, then I could just put it into my phone. And so that's been really handy. And then I've also used it, I used it as a journal when I was in Disney World, because I didn't bring my journal with me. I've been uploading like, just if there's a cute photo, I will put that on there. And then once you've done it for a year, then you can like look back and be like, oh, look, a year ago, you know, this is what I was doing. And so, because I don't like Facebook, and I don't get on Facebook very much, so sorry to all my Facebook groups. That's why Kayla's over there hanging out with you. I do try to get on and talk to y'all, but it's really hard for me. And so, but I like the memories thing where it like pops up and it's like, here's what you were doing a year ago. So I thought that would be fun. So I've been adding, you know, if there's just a fun picture of the day, I'll put that on there and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been liking it so far. As you saw, I have not done it every day. I'm working on it. New habits, you know, they take a minute. But that was something fun we did in October. Now, business-wise, in October, let's see. Hi. Oh, today was a good day. I have not checked it all day. And we're like $100 over today last year. We like that. Yeah, so there's, you know, the rest of today plus tomorrow, and currently it looks like I'll be about $1,000 more than October of last year, which is great. Because that means that's like an actual significant amount, and not like, you know, $100 more, because proportionally that's just not that exciting. Oh, I'm already $1,000 more. Okay, cool. And so like September, I was like $1,500 less than last year, and August I made like 1,000 less than last year. So I'm really excited about $1,000 more than last year. In October, things that kind of like made the biggest difference, I made content specifically for products that were relevant to right now. So I made some extra, like I made an extra YouTube video, and I made, you know, content on Instagram, and I made some blogs that were about products that are available now. So that was one thing. And then the other thing that I think made the biggest deal is that I made the product that I really needed to make. I don't know about y'all, but I have this list of products that I need to make, and I have some products on there that I'm like, I know I need to make it. I know it would do really well, but you know, you just don't get around to it. And this one I knew was just gonna be so so much effort because it was going to need to be really detailed and really useful and like really specific, and it needed to have play along videos, and it just needed a lot of stuff. But that product I just got up like 2 weeks ago because I was slacking, and in the last 2 weeks it's made me $1,600. So there's that extra $1,000 that I have made in October. So this is your cue to go do that thing that you know you need to do, that you know is gonna help, that you haven't been doing because it seems hard. Because if it's hard for you, it's gonna be hard for other people, which means that they're willing to pay for it. So this was great. I mean, to the point where I got questions on TBT. It always stressed me out a little bit when someone like asks a question. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with the product? You know, like it scares me so much. And so I saw there was a question, I like freaked out and looked at it, and the person was like, I loved this product so much. Do you have anything else that's similar? And I was like, yeah, well, I have these two that are kind of similar. And then she left another question. It was like, I bought the other two. I'm so excited. And it was just like, that was so cool. And I was like, okay, so we should make more of those, and also like do the things that you know that you need to do, because those are the things that, like, you know, I mean, they're the things you know you need to do. So go do them and they will make money. If you do, however, want to finish off this year strong, couple of things you want to do. First of all, make sure you're working ahead. And so especially with holiday products, if you want any holiday products, any holiday content, get it out early. I would say, like, especially if you're doing, you know, Christmas or Hanukkah or something, like, get it out the first week of November would be ideal. I do have a product that I want to make. It's another one of those, like, I know I need to make it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get it out that early, but this is my one that I'm like, even if it's the only thing I finish, even if it takes longer than I need to, it's gonna happen. And then I have a couple of updates that I'm gonna be working on in November. I was going to work on my Bible class stuff, but I'm gonna push that off until next month instead, because here we are. So I do have some updates I've already started working on for, like, especially for holiday things that just really need to be updated, that sell okay, but could do really well, I think, if I, you know, vamp them up and make them more up to my current standards rather than up to my standards, you know, 5 years ago. Because once you've made a lot of products, you learn a lot of things, and then your old ones start looking really not great in comparison to your new ones. So I have been doing better about the updating, and updating sometimes just the listing, sometimes the whole product. And so I have quite a few that I want to get updated for the holidays. So that's gonna be something I'm focusing on. Other things that you should do if you're wanting to end this year strong and kind of set yourself up for next year. I have a video coming very soon that's actually about that thing. I think it's even called like what to do in Q4 to get ready for next year. If you're trying to set yourself up for next year, things that, or, you know, end this year strong, set up for next year, what I would say is do that one product that you know you need to make that you don't want to, because it's the one that you need to do. So definitely do that, would be number one. Number two, number two would be, and then number two would be if you have like a blog or something like that, because the question that was asked for this that inspired this section was, what can I do for TBT and for my blog to set myself up and to finish this year strong? Hey, don't knock over my plants this time. And so what I would say is I would make a couple of blog posts that are really focused on either getting traffic to your website, so things that people are searching, things that are like good SEO things, or things that will send traffic to your email list, because the best thing you can do is grow your email list, because the larger your email list, the more work that you do, the more return you get out of not doing a ton of extra work. So that's something that I would highly recommend. Don't eat my finger. Thank you. You're being very distracting now, but you're also very cute. So I would say number one, do the products you know you need to do, but you don't want to. Number two is make content that is searchable or that promotes your email list to help grow that. And number three is go ahead and plan for next year. I like to do this kind of as early as possible. So I already started in October, and I will continue to work on this in November and December, because it just kind of, it helps you kind of ruminate, and it helps you pare down, like, if you know, you'll realize like, oh, this is way more things than I can actually do, or oh, I don't actually care about that thing, when you have that time to really think about it. And you can also kind of get started on next year, and I'm an overachiever, so I like getting started on next year's goals, because you know, then we can do better, right? Also, in my brain, I've been like, this year has not been the most exciting year ever, so I'm already thinking about next year, because I have big goals and plans for next year. We'll see how they pan out, because there's many things I would like to. One thing I would like to do, and I wanted to run this past you and kind of ask you your thoughts / suggestions. I, for years, okay, well, in my ideal perfect world where I have millions of hours to work and nothing else to do, now she's staring out the window, I would love to do a lot more like TPT coaching and like helping people in that way, because I love having coaching calls, and I would love to like actually work with someone and like do that. I would also love to do memberships and have like some sort of membership where it's like, you know, information based and you have more access to me and like that kind of stuff. But honestly, just like timing wise, I just haven't had like the space and the time to make those things happen. So they're kind of like on the back burner of like things I think about and things that I'll, you know, read something on the internet or watch a video every once in a while, but I'm not like actively working on it right now. And that's something I've been thinking about a lot, is like, you don't have to do all the projects right now. You can let them kind of simmer on the back burner for a little bit. So that's where those projects are. But I was thinking on Instagram, they have launched like a subscriber feature on Instagram. And so it's like an extra feature. So I was thinking, that's a fairly low price point that we could kind of do like a trial run of kind of like a helpful membership-y kind of thing. And my thought was that we could do like behind the scenes extra stories. I could tell you like things I'm working on. I don't always love to tell things I'm working on, because I'm always worried that people are going to steal my ideas, but not because I'm paranoid, but because it's happened. And so, but it, you know, I feel like that would be a smaller community, so I would feel a little more comfortable with that. So like behind the scenes, things I'm working on, all sorts of stuff that just comes up throughout the days that I maybe don't have time to share on YouTube every single time. It's more like in real time kind of situations. And then what I really like that she does is she does these like guides. And then what I would love to do is to also have maybe like 1 or 2 lives every month. I can't like guarantee that because my schedule can be crazy, but just like hypothetically, we could do lives, we could do it on Zoom. I like Zoom better because then y'all can talk with me. And then also I was thinking we could do like maybe like a monthly guide. This is something some of you have asked for, like just kind of a guide of like, what are good things that you should work on? And I tried to do that with my like plan the year out, but I think it would be still helpful to have like a little more in depth. So I was thinking like maybe like a guide each month, and in the guide it might have like in the guide it would have like a page of like things that you might want to work on this month, things that are trending, things that, you know, like holidays that are coming up that you should prepare for now. So we could do like, you know, products to work on and content to work on and like that kind of stuff. And then also like a focus for each one. So then it would have like a focus. So maybe this month's focus is email list, and so there's a couple of, you know, helpful things about email list, and I can do links to things in there. And so I haven't like totally thought this out, but I was thinking about it. Maybe we do like recommendations of like, this is a good book or stuff like that. I would love to do a book club. Book club was so much fun. Anyway, I can't do all the things, but these were kind of things that I was thinking about. I was ruminating about. I was like, how can I help y'all in a better way without totally stressing myself out? This is kind of where I was coming from, you know. So let me know your thoughts on that, if that's something you're interested in. I know not everyone's on Instagram. I don't know if there's a better platform. I just like, I'm on Instagram enough that I feel like that might be a good situation, because I can just like pop on pretty quickly throughout the day. Let me know if, you know, there's something you would like included in that. If you know, you're just let me know your thoughts. And that would be, if you're interested, if that is something that we do, it would be the @becca.e.davis account, FYI. And then if I ever were to do like a real membership, like a fancy schmancy one, I would give anybody who had joined would get like a discount when we, you know, upgrade later on. So these are my thoughts. These are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts because I'm curious. And while we are on the topic of things that might be helpful, TPT conference, first of all, I would love to know if there's anything you would like to see me talk about at the TPT conference. So let me know those in the comments, or even better, send them to me on Instagram in a DM at becca.e.davis. And then also my TPT session from this year, I am tentatively planning to release for sale this month. It will not be expensive. I was looking at other pricing points of other people's and they are way lower than I was thinking. So it will not be expensive, kind of to my dismay, but it's fine. So if you want more information about that, join the email list down below because they will be the ones that I announce it to first. Because I haven't actually done any steps to make that happen. I've just in the first step of, oh, I'll probably do that this month. So I haven't even finished. I made my bullet journal, like I made the pages, but I didn't actually like fill it in with anything, which is what I need to do today. But I have to go to choir today. I do. I have to leave Nyla and go to choir. Also, I need to go eat because I do have choir. But one last thing I wanted to leave you with is one thing that has just been kind of frustrating me recently. And specifically, it's not really TPT related. It's more, I've been getting these ads on YouTube for, you know, all of these really simple ways that people are making millions of dollars. And first of all, don't fall for those scams because really? Secondly, if you want something, please move. This is important. We need to be serious. If you want something that is good and that is useful and that is wholesome and that is great, and you want it to make you money, not just, you know, tonight, but long term, and you want to help people, even if you don't want to help people, even if you just want to make money, there's really not shortcuts. Like, you either got to put in the work or you got to put in a lot of money. It's really the two ways to get ahead. You either have to work or you have to put in money, because it's essentially a substitute for work. You know, if I go pay Brian to edit one of my YouTube videos, I'm giving him money and then I don't have to spend those hours editing my YouTube videos. And the more money, the more work you can put into it, the better, especially at the beginning. But it's not just like, I feel like the expectation of, oh, this is on the internet, I'm gonna magically make a whole bunch of money, is prevalent, especially right now. A lot of people just trying to make a quick buck, and I just want to tell you that's not what we're here for. One, two, it's not very realistic. Like, yeah, there's some people who do make money quickly, and that's great. Usually it's because they have some reason. Either they have really good resources they've worked on in their classroom, or they have an audience already, or whatever it is. Like, they've put in that work already. Just don't fall for it. Just don't do it. Just do things the right way. And don't expect things to be quick, because when you expect things to be quick and then they're not, it's disappointing, and that will kill your business faster than anything else, is you being disappointed about things taking too long. Okay? This is the long race we are running, even if it's not something that you want to do a ton. You know, my Becca's Bible class, I don't do a ton, but everything I do for the long term. And so I don't make a ton of money, but I do make consistent money, which is awesome. And I know that if I put more effort in, it will do better. But how about you don't knock my coffee over? But it's not even like, you know, you have to do all this work all the time. It's that you have to look at things long term, and you have to really be on top of things that way. Speaking of on top of things, Nyla is currently on top of my ottoman. So I'm gonna go. What do you want dinner? Is that your problem? Are you hungry? I don't know. I'm gonna go see what she wants because she's being bonkers. Here's her little, she killed the squeakers so they don't make any noise. I don't mind, but I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Let me know how your October went. Let me know what you learned. Let me know how things are going in your store and all of that. Let me know your thoughts. I feel like one of my thoughts is I really wish we'd had a fall break. We didn't have a fall break. And you know, we really needed it. Because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But it's okay. Next week is a 4-day week. And we have an e-learning day. So only 3 days with kids in the building. And we have a week. And then we have Thanksgiving break. So, and we do have a whole week off for that, which is glorious. Anyway, all right. Y'all have a good month. And I'll see you later. Bye.